Hey everyone. I've always struggled with following processes. For me, the word system has always been boring, almost restrictive. I wanted freedom, do whatever I want, whenever I want. But here is the paradox complete freedom is almost always going to become a prison. The philosopher Jean Paul Sartre said man is condemned to be free. And if you think about it, freedom is not always a blessing. Because with freedom comes unlimited choices, and without structure, these can turn into chaos. If you zoom out, society itself functions because of systems. Take countries for instance. For most of histories, nations used to wage war on each other, invade each other, conquer lands, and they used to do this constantly. Borders shifted all the time. And post World War II, something incredible happened where the world largely agreed that we would fix these borders and we will not keep redrawing them. It was not a perfect solution, but it reduced the chaos. For many people, these kinds of rules are very helpful. The societal systems that we live in are built such that they benefit the majority. It tells you what to do, what not to do. But for others, the same system starts to feel like a prison. It's because it's not something that they built. And it often starts to feel suffocating. If you see, even in small ways, when you visit a restaurant and you have a menu with 100 items, you get overwhelmed.
ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಮ್ಮ?
Instead of getting excited, you feel stressed. You hesitate, you second guess about what to order, and probably even regret after ordering something. But if you get a menu of only 5 items, the choice becomes much easier. The decisions become quick, and you'll probably even enjoy the meal a bit more. Freedom sounds good, but it can turn into decision fatigue very fast unless it is structured. Structure gives clarity. Some people appear naturally good at decision making. They are fast, confident, and clear, but it's not magic. It is usually because they have built systems around them. They have a set of rules that they live by, and that removes the need for constant analysis on every small decision. I'll give you an example that I read in a book some time back. It's called The Education of a Value Investor by Guy Spear, who is a huge investor. He talks about how he handles people trying to sell something to him. His system is very simple. By default, the answer is always a no. Not a maybe, not I'll get back to it, just plain no. This way, he doesn't have to waste energy negotiating with himself, maybe, and with the other person every single time. If it's something truly important, it will survive the no, and you can think about it later and probably make a decision later. You don't have to waste your mental resources at that point, make an emotional decision, and regret later. I use this myself, and it works exceedingly well all the time. If, if you're a naturally agreeable person, having a rule like this saves so much mental energy. You're not battling with a decision in the moment. You've said your no. If it's truly important, you can go back home, think about it, and then call him back. Now, this brings us back to freelancing. Unlike employees in companies where structure or systems that are already created, freelancers have total freedom. You decide when you wake up, how much to charge, when to deliver, and what project to accept. On paper, all this looks absolutely exciting, but in reality, freedom can become a burden because every single choice is up to you. And without systems, every single choice becomes an emotional struggle. That is why freelancers burn out. Not because of the work itself, but because of the constant weight of unstructured freedom. So here is the bigger idea. Most of the world works because of systems, be it nations, companies, families, even individuals who seem decisive. The systems are not always perfect. Sometimes they feel restrictive. But without them, chaos takes over. And freelancing feels like the ultimate freedom. It is exactly where you need systems the most. Because without them, freedom is not empowering, it becomes exhausting. You can think of this channel to be an open diary. I'm exploring my personal struggles. I know many independent workers face the same struggles. I'm not coming here with all the answers. I'm building a system in public and I'm seeing what actually works. Until this channel finds traction, I'll share some pain points and some case studies that stand out to me. If something here resonates with you, let me know in the comments. We are still in the discovery phase together. The goal here is not to change yourself. The goal here is more about building systems to change immediate outcomes. If you're a freelancer or an independent worker and you resonate with this topic, DM me on Instagram or comment here on YouTube. We can set aside some time and talk about the problems that you face and discuss how we can build systems to solve them and make your life easier. In the next video, I'll move from why to the how. I'll take a real case study and walk you through how we can actually build a system that solves some of the problems in that case study. So stay tuned. Thank you.